guys, what's up? Happy Sierra Sunday and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm actually filming this video in Las Vegas. I'm staying at my parents' house for a little bit. I'm here with Jason, my boyfriend, and our cat Violet. We all drove over from LA. I'm definitely not flying right now. Don't feel comfortable doing that, but the drive to my parents' house from where we live is less than 4 hours. So it definitely is doable, and you know, we've all been isolating really well, so I feel really safe about it. But yeah, I'm filming here from Las Vegas. I'm standing in our my parents' guest room / my dad's office right now where I am filming this video. But the reason for this video today that I am making is because I'm announcing me and Kristee's big surprise announcement, which is that we are making a podcast together, and I am so excited. If you don't know who Kristee is, Kristee and I were best friends in college, and she is actually the one who got me into YouTube in the first place. I started getting introduced to the whole YouTube world by being in her vlogs and her Vlogmas, all the videos on her channel. So if you don't follow Kristee, you should definitely go follow her channel at Kristee Vetter. Her original YouTube brand was Strawberry Electric 48. Kristee and I decided to make a podcast together, even though I live in LA and she lives in New York, and we thought a really fun way to attempt to bridge the distance and hang out more and share, you know, fun stories with the world would be to make a podcast. So this podcast has been our brainchild for a really long time. Kristee approached the idea of it to me a long time ago, before the pandemic started, and it was something she brought up a lot, like, oh my gosh, we should make a podcast. It would be like Vlogmas. It would be like old times. We should do it. And I always was like, I would love to, but I just don't have time for that. Like, with my 2 jobs that I have and with my acting career I'm pursuing on top of that, and like going to auditions and, you know, finding time for friends in life, like, I don't think I have time to make a podcast on top of all of that. And then COVID-19 hit and the pandemic hit, and I got laid off from one of my jobs and furloughed at one of my jobs, and all of a sudden my crazy busy schedule went down to 0, and I wasn't going to in-person acting auditions anymore. I was doing some self-tapes on my own time, but that was pretty much it. So after COVID happened and Kristee brought it up again, like, hey, well, maybe this is the time we should make a podcast, I was like, I'm all in. I have nothing else to do, and this would be a really fun creative project that I could totally dive into, and we both did. And so today is the official release date of our new podcast called Fingers Crossed. So today in this video, I'm gonna tell you a little bit about the podcast, a little bit about me and Kristee's relationship, what you can expect on the podcast, and I also wanted to do a really fun, like, behind the scenes of just a little bit of how I make the podcast, because Kristee lives in New York and I live in LA, so we obviously aren't recording in the same room together, but we want it to be a seamless audio as if we were in the same room together, but we have to combat the distance. So I want to show you a little bit of how we're doing it and the tools we're using, and I can't wait to show you guys more about it. So be sure to subscribe to my channel. If you're not subscribed already, click that button down below and turn on the gray bell for notifications, and let's get this podcast vlog underway. So first, before we jump into that, I wanted to show you a little bit about the space I'm in right now, just because you guys haven't seen this house before, you've not seen this room. So this is where we're staying. It's a Murphy bed that's a guest bed that can be pulled up and pulled down. They usually keep chairs here, like a few easy chairs, but the bed just goes all the way up and then it's gone, or you can pull it down. And then this is my dad's office space where he works normally during the day. He does a lot of working from home these days. So this is his workspace, but I've kind of commandeered it into my podcast space for right now. I'm gonna set up the microphone, my headphones, and show you all of that. And then Jason and I are obviously staying here together, so we have our suitcases, and then we have all the stuff set up for our cat. Violet is here with us. We brought her. Hey. Hello. Hey, kitty. We brought Violet with us to Vegas because we were going to be gone for about a week, and we didn't want to leave her at home or board her or anything like that. And she travels reasonably well, so we just packed her stuff in a carrier, her food, her crate, and we brought her in the car to Vegas. And it's only like a 3-hour, 45-minute drive, so it's really not that bad to where we're going. So yeah, we have her set up here. Brought some stuff for her. So this is pretty much the room that Jason and I are staying in. At some point I'll show you guys more of the house, but I would need to give my family a little more warning for that, because they're not super like into the vlog, into being on camera. It's not really their thing so much. So, but I'll show you guys the house do a house tour at some point. Here's a little view of my station setup right here, just to show you where I'm working for right now. And again, I'm only here for like a week and then I'm back in LA, but I got this big cushy chair to sit in. That's my dad's work chair. So what this podcast is gonna be about is Kristee and I are both 25 now, which is crazy. And we have had a few years to kind of get into our 20s, go through some crazy stories, learn about moving to different cities, learn about careers and changing careers, finding your passions, dating, been through a few relationships each, some that have been great, some that have not been great, maintaining friendships and losing some friendships, and just a lot of these ups and downs that come with being in your 20s and figuring out who you are, who you want to be, you know, laughing at your mistakes and sharing funny stories, but at the same time learning from them and growing, and just kind of all of those rite of passage type experiences. So we really wanted to encompass that in our podcast and have every week we're going to be doing a new episode every Tuesday, and it's going to have a theme where we talk about some kind of 20s related issue, you know, whether it's maintaining strong friendships or every job we've ever had and what we learned from it or things like that. Kind of going between sentimental and growing and learning and like funny, ridiculous, drunken debauchery stories that we look back on and go, oh God, that's really embarrassing. So we're really excited to have a mix of all sorts of things. We have different segments that will be featured on every episode, and coming probably in a few weeks of episodes, we'll bring in some guest stars and guest speakers and people who can share their stories as well. We're really looking forward to having some of the things on the podcast be like group efforts where people write into us through our Instagram. We have an Instagram for the podcast, which is Fingers Crossed Pod on Instagram. So please go follow that. We would love to have your support, and also just write in if you have topic ideas or things you'd love to hear about from just a general perspective, or things from our lives specifically. Or if you have questions, we'll do a little like reader questions or listener questions at the end. People can comment in. So definitely go follow us, and you know, stay interested, stay tuned, and we'll be sure to feature lots of guest voices as well, because we want it to sort of be a community effort as well. All right, so these are some of my tools that we are using for this podcast. Kristee and I both have this microphone by Fifine or Fifine, I'm not really sure how you pronounce it, but it's a really great voice microphone, and we ordered them off of Amazon. They're about $100 a piece, comes with a cord and two different kinds of cords, and it comes on a stand, so I'll pull that out and show you. And there we go. Here it is. And then these are my headphones, and I bought these for myself because earbuds that I've been wearing were kind of hurting my ears after recording for an hour. So these are by One Audio Studio DJ headphones. They're huge. They definitely are like big ear cans on me. And these I got on Amazon for under $40. And I honestly love these. Like, they're so cushy and comfortable. I definitely, if you want a good pair of ear cans that are affordable, I think these were $38.99, and the sound quality is amazing. The metal part is plastic, so that's probably why they're cheaper, but the sound quality is great, and they come with, again, two types of cords. They come with a auxiliary cord as well as a USB cable type cord, and they have a cushy head part too that's really squishy, so when you're wearing it on a head, your head, it doesn't hurt, which is awesome. All right, so yeah, they're noise canceling, so when I'm recording this, I can't hear myself very well, but yeah, they're squishy on my head. I love these. So what I do is I go ahead and I take this and I plug my headphones I'm wearing into the microphone here, and then I plug this cord in right here into the microphone and then into the computer. All right, so then I've got, this is the Fifine again for the microphone. So I plug that into the microphone, and then I go ahead and plug this into my USB on my computer. I realized I had it facing the wrong way. So on the front of the microphone, there's this button, and then, oh, you turn it on. I don't know if you can hear me. I'm hearing it in my headphones, so it's echoing, but here you turn it on, and now it's muted. So that's really easy. And then on the back, you have a input, output, microphone, and headphone volume jack, which is awesome. So then this is how we record. So we have a Google Doc that we use where we are keeping track of all of our notes. I usually open that up, and then I will FaceTime Kristee. It's really dark here. You can't see my camera very well. Hey, hey, there she is. So then I open QuickTime right here on my laptop, and then what we do is we each just start an audio recording. So through the microphone and the headphones that we have set up, we usually, on the count of 3, we go ahead and we start an audio recording, and then we're able to talk to each other, but it doesn't pick up any of Kristee's audio. Because it's just going through the microphone, it only picks up my audio, and then she does the exact same thing on her end and it picks up her audio through her microphone, and then we stitch it together in different programs. Kristee's using Final Cut Pro.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm experimenting with a lot of different things right now with GarageBand, potentially Audacity, iMovie, trying to figure out what works best. But that's sort of what we've been doing for the beginning part, and it works pretty well. So, what was that? I missed that audio.
It was Whisper yelling, I'm so excited.
So yeah, that's pretty much it as far as how we're recording, and it seems kind of rudimentary, but it all makes sense. The great thing about using these microphones is that because I have not only the microphone plugged into my computer, but into my headphones, I can hear Kristee in my headphones, but I also hear myself in the microphone in my headphones. So if for some reason my audio is kind of distorted, or it's like kind of going up and down, or like I don't like how it sounds, I can hear it in my own personal little studio in here, so I can make the own adjustments that I need. I know I look very funny with my glasses and my headphones on. I look like a professional video game player or something, but these are blue light glasses. They have prescription in them because my eyes are slowly dying, but they also have blue light in them, and for staring at the screen for an hour is super important. But yeah, if you'll notice, after we record, I have this folder where I have all of my different files. For example, like SG this, SG practice episode, SG trailer 3, and then I'll send those to Kristee, and then she'll combine with like the Kristee file. And because her recording is just her audio through her mic, and my recording is just my audio through my mic, you can just stitch them together in any editing program, and it's like you're in the same room, and then you can adjust up and down, and like, I'll show you in iMovie what I've been doing. So for example, in iMovie, you can see this first track right here is episode 2, Sierra, and then the second track is episode 2, Kristee, and then I edited episode 2, Kristee edited episode 1, and then I just kind of piece together and I pull little bits of audio and I edit it bit by bit, you know, cutting out certain things I don't want, keeping things I do want, and sometimes because we are not in the same room, an issue we run into is talking over each other. So I'm able to split sometimes, and if we talk over each other, I can move mine over and then move hers over so you can hear both of what we're saying at different points. So that's a little bit about how we're doing it. Definitely a little more effort than if we were doing it together, but we don't live in the same place, so you gotta make do. So that's pretty much it for today's video. I wanted to keep it really short, simple, and sweet, just to talk about the podcast and how we're so excited, and we cannot wait to have all of you along with us on this journey. So please check out Fingers Crossed Pod on Instagram, and you can follow us both individually on our personal pages. I'm Sierra Michelle Green on Instagram, and she is Kristee Vetter. I'll link everything below down in the description box so you can go and find it easily. And we will be distributing our podcast with Anchor, which means that it's going to go out to all of the different podcast streaming apps, including the most popular Apple Podcasts and Spotify. So anywhere you listen to podcasts, you can download our episodes. Our trailer will be up today, Sunday, and then our first episode is going to be out this Tuesday, so just in a few days. So we are really excited to have you on board with us, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel and to Kristee's channel, and I guess we'll see you next week. So thanks so much, and keep your fingers crossed.